know that I got time. I ain't got the booze, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They go play action with Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that, street. You ain't going nowhere.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Falcons at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Catch made by Slayton. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Wilson going to change things up here. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Wilson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be a Giants first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, New York.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gay, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Hyatt, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This will be fielded at the 17. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the deep...
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive. but 2 incompletions since. To throw again is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And he's got Pierce. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him to the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. They run again here with Gray. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. 2nd and 10. Now Watson. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, 47 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Falcons 14. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. On first and 10, it's Wilson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side, he finds Pierce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
70 Lions.
Wilson will throw again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Catch made by Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Open man, this is Lewis. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Watson. Able to find Gray here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Anderson. Down the left sideline. And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 32. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will tie us at 24. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he is in. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Read option, this is Gray. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Hand off now. It's Gray with it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On the ground, it's Gray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 12. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. A first down carry for Foster. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw on second is Watson.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. Gay. And he's got the before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Complete right side to Hyatt. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown Giants! A big play there. 48 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Here's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Bryant has got it. And midfield down to the 45. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Gray on second down.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The sound reverberating here in the Dome. This is 3rd down. On the run, this is Gray. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here's first down.
69.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 50-yard line.
19 Lions.
Wilson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here comes second down.
Alert! Alert! Unlock Lion! Unlock Lion! Smash! Smash! Hurt! Hurt!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Let's go now!
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Shot here on the ground, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This from 55 yards out. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Falcons are going to win.